There's someone in your life who seems like a closed book, yet their actions occasionally leave you questioning if there's more beneath the surface. Could they be in love with you? Psychology tells us that love isn't always loud. Sometimes, the deepest feelings are expressed in whispers, subtle gestures, and unspoken words. In today's video, we're uncovering 12 signs he's quietly in love with you and hiding it. Stay tuned until the end to see if his silent love language resonates with someone you know. Number 1. He mirrors your actions. Have you ever found yourself glancing across the room only to notice him sitting the exact same way as you are? Legs crossed in the same direction, hand resting on the table just like yours? Maybe you take a sip of your drink, and within seconds, he does the same, almost as if your actions are orchestrating his. Is this some sort of coincidence? Or could there be something more meaningful beneath the surface? Psychologists suggest that this subtle mirroring is far from random. It's an unconscious behavior that stems from a deep sense of connection. When someone mirrors your actions, it's as if their body is silently whispering, "I understand you, I relate to you, and I'm deeply tuned into your presence." This is no ordinary exchange. It's a powerful nonverbal signal of emotional alignment, a kind of body language dance that connects two people on an invisible wavelength. Imagine this: you're sitting at a cafe, casually stirring your coffee, and you notice him doing the exact same thing. Stirring his drink in sync, matching your rhythm. As you lean back, so does he. You pick up your phone, and there he is, mirroring your movement, almost as if you're reflections of each other. It might feel like an odd coincidence at first, but in reality, it's a sign of something much deeper. According to research in psychology, this phenomenon is rooted in empathy and rapport building. When someone subconsciously mirrors your actions, it's often because they feel a strong emotional bond with you, even if they're not entirely aware of it themselves. It's their brain's way of saying, "I'm with you. I get you." This kind of connection is so primal and automatic that it bypasses words altogether, creating a silent but profound sense of harmony. This mirroring behavior is also tied to the human instinct to belong and to connect. It's as if their subconscious mind is reaching out, saying, "We're on the same team. I feel what you feel." It's not just about mimicking movements. It's about aligning emotionally, mentally, and even energetically. This silent synchronization can often go unnoticed, but when you start to see it, it's like uncovering a hidden layer of communication between you and the other person. So the next time you catch him leaning forward just as you do, or crossing his arms after you've crossed yours, take a moment to reflect on what this could mean. It's more than a quirk or a coincidence. It's his subconscious revealing a powerful truth. He's connected to you, tuned into your vibe, and resonating with your presence in a way that words alone could never express. Number 2. He maintains prolonged eye contact. Have you ever felt the weight of someone's gaze, not just on your face but on your very soul? There's something undeniably magnetic about his eyes when they meet yours. It's not the quick, fleeting glance you'd share with a casual acquaintance or the polite acknowledgement of a passerby. No, this is something different, something deeper. When he looks at you, it's as if the world around you fades, and the moment stretches, leaving just the two of you locked in an unspoken conversation. His eyes seem to linger, searching yours for answers, silently speaking a language words cannot capture. It's not just a look. It's a feeling. His gaze isn't accidental or habitual. It feels deliberate, as though he's trying to unravel the mystery of you, or perhaps trying to show you something he hasn't yet found the courage to say. In those prolonged moments of eye contact, there's an electric charge that seems to bridge the space between you, creating an invisible tether of connection. Psychologically, eye contact is one of the most intimate forms of communication. Studies reveal that prolonged eye contact stimulates the release of oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone. This chemical reaction isn't just biology. It's a physiological way for humans to connect on an emotional level. When he locks eyes with you, his brain is actively building a bridge between your emotions and his, strengthening the bond that ties you together. It's as if his heart is speaking directly to yours, bypassing the need for clumsy words. Think about it. Have you noticed how he looks at you, even in a crowded room? His eyes find yours and stay there, refusing to let go. Perhaps you're telling a story, and while others are listening, he's not just hearing your words. He's absorbing every emotion behind them. Or maybe you're sitting quietly, and you catch him gazing at you, not in a way that feels intrusive, but in a way that makes you feel seen, truly seen. It's as if, in that moment, you're the only person who matters to him. But prolonged eye contact is more than just an emotional exchange. It's a vulnerable act. Holding someone's gaze for an extended period requires courage. It's a way of saying, I'm here, I'm present, and I'm not afraid to let you see me for who I am. By maintaining eye contact, he's opening a window into his soul, inviting you to look deeper. It's not just about him observing you. It's about him wanting to be observed by you, too. Think about those moments when the silence grows heavy, but his gaze remains unwavering. It might feel intense, almost overwhelming, but it's also exhilarating. He's saying something in those moments, even if he's too shy or uncertain to verbalize it. His eyes are doing the talking, and their message is clear. I care about you. I'm fascinated by you. I want to understand you. What's even more fascinating is how prolonged eye contact can blur the lines between two people. In those shared moments, you might feel your own thoughts quiet down, replaced by an awareness of his presence. His eyes might seem to reflect pieces of you. Your dreams, your fears, your unspoken feelings. It's a mirror-like connection, one that feels both exhilarating and grounding. So the next time you catch him holding your gaze, don't rush to look away. Let the moment linger. In those few seconds of silence, you'll find an entire conversation unfolding. One that transcends language, leaving behind only the raw, unfiltered truth of how he feels. And who knows? Maybe, just maybe, his eyes are saying everything you've been waiting to hear. Number 3. He finds small reasons to touch you. Have you ever noticed how his hand lingers just a fraction longer than necessary when he passes you something? Or how he lightly touches your arm as he laughs at something you said? These aren't random gestures. They're subtle, deliberate, and meaningful. Every little touch, no matter how fleeting, is like a tiny spark igniting the space between you. And if you pay close attention, you'll realize they're more than just casual actions. Think about the moments. You're deep in conversation, and suddenly, he lightly rests his hand on your shoulder to emphasize his point. It's a touch so quick, so unassuming, that it could easily go unnoticed. But you feel it. You feel the warmth of his fingers, the softness of the connection, and for a split second, the world seems to stop. That small moment is his way of breaking down the invisible barrier of personal space, inch by inch, drawing you closer without saying a single word. Psychologically, touch is one of the most powerful tools for building emotional and physical intimacy. Research shows that even the smallest gestures, a brush of fingers, a pat on the back, or a tap on the arm, release feel-good hormones like dopamine and oxytocin. These are the same chemicals responsible for feelings of joy, bonding, and trust. So when he initiates these subtle touches, he's not just being friendly. He's creating moments that resonate with emotional depth. What's fascinating about these touches is their unspoken nature. Unlike words, which can be overanalyzed or misinterpreted, touch bypasses the mind and goes straight to the heart. It's his body's way of expressing feelings that might feel too vulnerable or too risky to put into words. A light graze of his hand against yours isn't just an accident. It's a physical manifestation of his affection, a way of saying, I'm here, I feel something for you, without the fear of rejection that words might bring. Picture this, you're sitting side by side, and as he leans in to grab something, his knee gently brushes against yours. It's such a small thing, isn't it? But the electricity that moment generates is anything but small. Or maybe you're walking together, and he lightly places his hand on the small of your back as you navigate through a crowded space. It's protective, subtle, and yet, it carries so much meaning. These touches aren't accidental. They're intentional, carefully placed gestures that speak volumes about how he feels. Even the setting can amplify these moments. In a noisy room full of people, he leans closer to ensure you hear him clearly, his shoulder gently brushing against yours. Or maybe you're laughing at a shared joke, and in his laughter, he lightly taps your hand, as if to say, you make me happy. These tiny fleeting moments of contact might seem insignificant to an outside observer, but to you, they're little breadcrumbs leading straight to his heart. There's also a deeper layer to these touches, a sense of safety and comfort he feels around you. Physical touch is an incredibly vulnerable act, even when it's small. By reaching out, even in the most subtle ways, he's letting you into his personal space, signaling trust and a desire for closeness. It's as though every touch is his way of testing the waters, slowly building a bridge that connects your world to his. And let's not forget how touch transcends the boundaries of mere physicality. These small gestures can create a ripple effect, igniting emotions that linger long after the moment has passed. That brief touch on your arm while he's making a point? It stays with you. You feel it replay in your mind, long after the conversation is over, leaving you wondering if he felt the same spark you did. The beauty of these moments lies in their subtlety. They're not grand, sweeping gestures of romance. They're quiet, almost imperceptible signs of affection that build a foundation for something deeper. And the more they happen, the more you realize that these small touches aren't just coincidences. They're his way of saying, "I feel connected to you," without the need for grand declarations. So the next time his fingers graze yours, or his hand gently rests on your back, don't brush it off as meaningless. In those tiny quiet moments, he's revealing more than he ever could with words. He's letting his feelings flow through his touch, leaving behind an unspoken truth that lingers in the space between you. These touches are his way of speaking a language only the two of you can truly understand. A language of connection, affection, and quiet, undeniable love. Number 4. He remembers tiny details. Have you ever found yourself wondering, how did he know that about me? Perhaps you mentioned once in passing that your favorite movie was The Princess Bride. Or maybe you told him years ago that Tuesday mornings are always the hardest for you. And yet, here he is, surprising you with your favorite treat, or asking about that one memory you thought no one else remembered. These tiny details, seemingly insignificant, become the threads that weave an intricate tapestry of your connection. When someone remembers the little things about you, it's not just a matter of retaining random facts. It's a testament to how deeply they care. These seemingly small pieces of information are not just stored in the back of their mind. They're actively prioritized because they help them understand you on a level most people never reach. Think about it. Imagine walking into a room filled with memories. Memories of shared conversations, inside jokes, and moments when you've shown even the slightest vulnerability. He doesn't just remember your favorite foods or the color you prefer to wear when you're feeling down. He remembers what made you smile, what caused you to laugh until your sides hurt, and what breaks your heart in the quietest moments. These details are like treasure maps, guiding him toward deeper understanding and emotional intimacy. People in love, people who truly care, are keen observers. They don't simply listen to your words. They listen to your heart. And when he recalls the name of your childhood pet or remembers your favorite childhood memory, it's not just a coincidence. It's a reflection of his genuine interest in getting to know every facet of who you are. His memory acts as a bridge between your past and your present, allowing him to create an emotional connection that surpasses the surface-level interactions most people settle for. What makes these tiny details even more meaningful is that they often reflect moments of vulnerability. Perhaps you confided in him once about how Tuesday afternoons remind you of a difficult time in your life, and now every Tuesday, he subtly checks in or sends you a comforting message. Or maybe you mentioned a childhood fear, and somehow, in a quiet moment, he gently reassures you. His understanding reaching far beyond the realm of casual acquaintance. These memories aren't stored for convenience or for the sake of having information. They're cherished because they form the foundation of your bond. He keeps these little details alive because they matter deeply to him, and through them, he builds a deeper sense of empathy and connection. It's not just a matter of remembering. It's a matter of understanding, feeling, and actively participating in your emotional landscape. Consider how powerful it is when someone can recall specific, seemingly insignificant moments from years ago. It speaks volumes about the care and thoughtfulness behind each action. When he surprises you with a gift that reflects something you once casually mentioned, or when he notices the subtle shift in your mood, it's as if he has a mental scrapbook filled with pieces of your life, and he adds to it every day. These little details, while seemingly inconsequential, build trust and emotional security. They create a space where you feel seen, heard, and understood, even when words fail. In a world that often feels chaotic and overwhelming, these moments stand out as beacons of connection, reminding you that someone is paying attention, that someone is invested in you beyond the surface level. And let's not forget how these tiny reminders can create a sense of surprise and delight. Imagine being met with a perfectly timed, handwritten note on a seemingly ordinary day. A note that recalls a specific, cherished memory. It's in these moments that the beauty of remembering reveals itself, transforming the mundane into something extraordinary. In the grand tapestry of a relationship, these details are the threads that weave your shared story. They hold immense power, not only because they affirm love and care but because they create a deeper, more meaningful bond that withstands the test of time. So the next time he recalls a detail about you, a quirky habit, a forgotten favorite, or a passing remark, know that it's more than just a memory. It's his way of declaring, you matter. Number 5. He always shows up for you. Have you ever noticed that no matter what life throws your way, he's always there? Whether you're celebrating a victory, navigating a challenge, or simply need someone to lean on, he seems to show up with unwavering support. It's not just about his words, it's his actions that truly speak volumes. When someone consistently shows up for you, it becomes evident that they've carved a space in their heart just for you. A space that is filled with understanding, care, and genuine concern. Think about those moments when you're at your most vulnerable. Perhaps you're moving into a new apartment, overwhelmed by boxes and the uncertainty of a new space. You barely have time to breathe, let alone manage the logistics of hauling furniture and organizing your belongings. Yet, there he is, offering to help, even if it means dropping everything else in his own life to be there for you. That act of selflessness speaks louder than any words of encouragement ever could. Showing up for someone isn't about grand gestures alone. It's the everyday, seemingly mundane acts of presence that truly matter. From the smallest moments, like remembering to check in during a stressful workweek, to the larger commitments, such as being your emotional anchor during a tough time, his actions reflect a deeper understanding of your needs. It's as if he has an innate ability to sense what you require before you even ask. What makes these actions even more powerful is their consistency. Consistency in showing up for someone is no accident. It's a deliberate choice fueled by empathy and a genuine desire to be there. When someone is consistently present, it becomes clear that their commitment to you goes beyond fleeting moments. It's a foundation of their relationship. He doesn't show up just when it's convenient or when he has nothing else to do. He shows up even when his own life is busy, chaotic, or unpredictable. In the quiet moments, when you feel lost or unsure, he's the one who picks up the pieces without hesitation. Whether it's bringing over a homemade meal when you're under the weather or simply sitting by your side during difficult conversations, his presence becomes your safe space. These actions are not driven by obligation or social expectation. They're driven by a heartfelt connection, a bond that is rooted in love, respect, and unwavering support. It's important to recognize that the ways in which people show up for us often reflect their understanding of love and care. Some may express their affection through words, others through gifts or grand gestures. But his way is different. His way is through action. He understands that actions have a profound and lasting impact, and in a world where words can sometimes feel fleeting, his actions provide a stability that is unmatched. Consider how powerful it is when you're having a tough day, and he doesn't just ask if you're okay, he actively takes steps to ensure that you feel supported. Maybe it's offering to listen when you need to vent or driving for hours just to be by your side during a tough time. These actions may seem small to outsiders, but to you, they are monumental. Testaments to his commitment and unwavering presence in your life. Moreover, his showing up isn't bound by circumstance. It isn't limited to grand milestones or crisis moments. It extends into the little details of everyday life. He remembers your favorite songs, knows your favorite way to take coffee, and notices when you're feeling slightly off even when you try to hide it. These aren't just surface-level observations. They're indicators of how deeply connected he is to your well-being, your feelings, and your growth. In a relationship where words can sometimes fall short, actions like these bridge the gap between intention and impact. They create a foundation where trust is built not through promises but through a steady stream of consistent, genuine care. His presence, therefore, isn't just a support system. It's a lifeline that helps you weather life's ups and downs with confidence, knowing that you're never truly alone. So the next time he shows up, whether it's with a helping hand, a listening ear, or a warm embrace, take a moment to absorb the depth of what he's offering. It's more than just a temporary act of kindness. It's a testament to the love and commitment he has built with you, step by step, moment by moment. His actions, in their quiet yet powerful way, reveal that you matter deeply, and that's a truth that resonates far beyond words. Number 6. He sacrifices his time for you. Time is perhaps one of the most valuable resources we have, yet it's something we often take for granted until it's spent on something or someone that truly matters. When he willingly sacrifices his time for you, whether that means canceling plans with friends, staying late at work, or skipping his favorite hobby to be there for you, it's a clear indication that you are a priority in his life. Love, after all, is not just about grand gestures or words of affection. It's often demonstrated through the everyday sacrifices we make to ensure the well-being and happiness of the person we care about most. Consider how powerful it is when someone rearranges their schedule or forgoes their own interests simply to be present for you. This isn't about obligation or societal expectations. It's about a genuine desire to be there during your most vulnerable moments. Whether you're going through a tough time at work, struggling with personal issues, or simply needing someone to share a quiet evening with. The sacrifices he makes are personal, unspoken acts of love, deeply rooted in his understanding of what truly matters to you. Think about the countless times when he's chosen to be by your side instead of doing something he enjoys. Perhaps it's late at night, and you need emotional support, or maybe you've had a long day and simply need someone to listen while you unwind. In those moments, his presence speaks louder than any words ever could. His willingness to give up his own time isn't seen as a burden, but rather as a privilege, a chance to connect, to comfort, and to nurture a deeper bond between you. There's something profoundly selfless about giving your time to someone you love. Unlike material sacrifices, time is fleeting and irreplaceable. It cannot be regained, making each moment spent precious in a way that nothing else truly compares to. When he chooses to dedicate his moments to you, whether it's driving across town to help you move, sitting with you during difficult conversations, or simply spending a lazy Sunday watching your favorite movies, it's an expression of his unwavering devotion. Consider the implications of his actions. When he cancels a social gathering or postpones his personal plans to help you with a task, it reflects a deeper understanding of your needs. It's not about convenience or transactional love, it's about being present, in every sense of the word, through thick and thin. His sacrifices often speak volumes because they come from a place of love, rather than obligation. Moreover, these moments of sacrifice are rarely grand or publicized. They are quiet, almost unnoticed acts of kindness that build a foundation of trust and intimacy. He doesn't seek recognition or praise for his efforts, because to him, the reward lies in your happiness and the sense of fulfillment that comes from knowing he has made a difference. In a world where time is often stretched thin and prioritization is a constant struggle, his ability to prioritize you speaks to the depth of his commitment. What makes these sacrifices even more impactful is the authenticity behind them. Sacrificing time for someone you love is more than just an act. It's a reflection of his true character. It showcases his empathy, patience, and the emotional space he's willing to create just for you. Whether it's a quiet evening spent solving a problem together, or simply being there through your most mundane moments, his presence becomes a grounding force, a reminder that you are never truly alone. Think about how powerful it is to have someone who willingly reshapes his life to accommodate yours. It's not about bending over backward, it's about finding harmony between two lives, where compromise is met with understanding, and moments are valued beyond their superficial worth. His sacrifices serve as a testament to his ability to balance his personal desires with your well-being, creating a space where both of you can grow, learn, and thrive together. Ultimately, when he sacrifices his time, he's giving you a piece of himself, an offering that goes beyond mere presence. In doing so, he builds a deeper emotional connection that resonates long after the act is complete. It's through these moments of shared sacrifice that true love is nurtured and strengthened, allowing for a relationship that is grounded in mutual respect, compassion, and unwavering support. Number 7. He protects you in subtle ways. There's something deeply comforting and reassuring about feeling safe in the presence of someone who truly cares for you. When he takes subtle measures to protect you, whether it's instinctively placing himself between you and potential danger, shielding you from uncomfortable situations, or offering his jacket without you needing to ask, it goes far beyond mere kindness. These gestures are not superficial. They tap into the primal instincts that drive men to protect those they love. It's his way of saying, "Your well-being is my priority," through actions that often speak louder than words ever could. Imagine walking down a bustling street, and without even thinking, he steps close to you, subtly shielding you from the hustle and noise. Or perhaps it's a rainy day, and he instinctively removes his jacket to cover your shoulders, making sure you stay warm without a second thought. These protective actions may seem small, but their impact is profound. They reflect a deep sense of responsibility and care for your safety and comfort. Protection isn't always about physical danger. It encompasses emotional well-being as well. When he listens closely to your concerns and offers his support during times of distress, it's his way of ensuring that you feel emotionally grounded and understood. He becomes the safe harbor where you can express your fears, anxieties, or even moments of vulnerability without judgment. His subtle gestures of protection create a space where you can truly be yourself, knowing that you are seen, heard, and cared for in the most authentic way. These protective actions are often automatic. They don't require elaborate planning or grand declarations. They arise from a place of instinct, a natural response to the bond he feels with you. Whether it's offering to walk you to your car late at night, staying close during moments of uncertainty, or anticipating your needs before they arise, his protective gestures become woven into the fabric of your relationship. What makes these actions even more powerful is their subtle nature. In a world where grand displays of affection are often expected, these quiet acts of protection stand out because they come from a genuine, heartfelt place. He doesn't need accolades or recognition for his efforts. His protection is driven by an intrinsic desire to provide comfort and security. Consider the times when he gently nudges you away from a stressful situation, or ensures that you're safe in potentially uncomfortable circumstances. Perhaps it's during a heated debate where he maintains a calming presence, or during a social gathering where he ensures you feel included and comfortable. These protective actions are his way of creating a safe environment where both of you can thrive without fear or discomfort. Moreover, his protective nature doesn't stem solely from wanting to impress or win your favor. It's a reflection of his deeper understanding of what love truly entails. Love, in its purest form, goes beyond surface-level interactions. It's about creating a space where trust and security are paramount. When he protects you, he is essentially building that foundation of trust, a space where you feel secure enough to explore your own vulnerabilities without fear of judgment or harm. There's something deeply reassuring about having a partner who instinctively places your well-being above everything else. It's as if, in those moments, he becomes a pillar of strength, steady and unwavering in his desire to ensure your happiness and peace of mind. These small protective gestures may seem insignificant to some, but to you, they are monumental expressions of his commitment and love. Ultimately, his protection is an ongoing dialogue, a continuous process of making sure you feel safe in every aspect of your life. Whether it's through physical proximity, emotional support, or his unwavering attentiveness to your needs, his actions convey a message that resonates beyond the present moment. In a world where security often feels fleeting, his subtle but steadfast protective nature provides a sense of stability that deepens your connection and enhances the overall intimacy of your relationship. Number 8. He listens intently. In a world where conversations can often feel rushed and superficial, having someone who truly listens is a rare and precious gift. When he talks, he doesn't merely hear the words you say, he absorbs them, fully, deeply, and with genuine curiosity. It's not just about the surface-level exchange of information. It's about understanding the emotions behind the words, the subtleties of your voice, and the unspoken messages that lie beneath the surface. Think about those moments when you share something deeply personal. The worries you've kept hidden, the dreams you hold close, or the fears you battle silently. It's in those moments that his ability to listen intently becomes truly remarkable. He doesn't just hear your concerns. He feels them, empathizes with them, and offers meaningful insights that reflect his deep understanding of who you are. Active listening is a skill that requires patience, presence, and a genuine desire to connect. It's not about simply waiting for your turn to speak or interjecting with a half-hearted response. Instead, he focuses on what you're saying, engaging in every word with a thoughtfulness that shows he values your thoughts and feelings. This kind of listening isn't common. It's a deliberate act of making sure the other person feels heard and understood. When someone practices this level of attentive listening, it speaks volumes about their emotional investment. It's more than just good manners. It's a reflection of their desire to build a deeper connection, to understand you in ways that go beyond the surface. It's a sign that he isn't just hearing what you're saying. He's internalizing it, integrating it into his understanding of you as a person. Consider how rare it is to find someone who truly listens without the interference of distractions or the need to formulate a response while you're speaking. Often, in conversations, we find ourselves interrupting or getting lost in our thoughts, only to realize later that we missed the nuances of what the other person was expressing. With him, that dynamic shifts entirely. He gives you the space to speak, allowing you to express yourself fully without any pressure to meet an expectation or to wrap things up quickly. His listening extends beyond the words. He's tuned into the emotions behind your speech. When you talk about something that matters deeply to you, he's not just hearing the facts or summarizing the situation. He's feeling the intensity, recognizing the subtext, and offering empathy that resonates on a much deeper level. This isn't just about surface-level connection. It's about the genuine bond formed through truly understanding one another. Moreover, his ability to listen isn't reserved only for moments of joy or triumph. It's equally present during times of difficulty. Whether you're sharing struggles, moments of self-doubt, or frustrations, he remains present, offering a supportive ear and a compassionate heart. This consistent presence in your life, where he actively listens and understands your emotional landscape, creates a safe space, a sanctuary where you can be fully yourself without fear of judgment or misinterpretation. Think about the times when you've been vulnerable, and he responded with calm attentiveness, offering reassurance and thoughtful advice that reflects his deep understanding. It's not just about problem solving, it's about guiding you through the emotional experience, helping you navigate the complexities of life while showing empathy at every step. His listening goes beyond words. It manifests in actions. He remembers the details you share, the concerns you express, and the subtle shifts in your mood. When you bring something up later, perhaps days or even weeks after the conversation, he responds as if it just happened. This demonstrates a level of attentiveness that creates trust, a trust that what you say truly matters to him. Additionally, his listening isn't static. It evolves. Over time, his understanding deepens as he continues to absorb not only the spoken words but the unspoken signals you convey through body language, tone, and emotions. This level of comprehension allows your relationship to grow in richness and complexity, fostering a deeper emotional intimacy that strengthens the foundation of your connection. In essence, his ability to listen intently is a testament to his empathy, patience, and the care he extends to you. It's a reflection of his desire to cultivate a meaningful, enduring relationship where understanding and mutual respect thrive. Through this practice of truly hearing you, he creates a space where love is nurtured, not just through actions, but through the profound act of truly listening and understanding the person you are. Number 9, he compliments you in unique ways. When he compliments you, it's not just the standard, surface-level praise about your appearance or achievements. Instead, his words are carefully crafted observations that dive deep into your personality, your character, and the essence of who you are. Whether it's a compliment about the way you light up a room with your laughter, the kindness you show to others, or even the way you handle challenges with grace, his words resonate because they are specific, thoughtful, and genuine. Imagine a moment where he looks at you with a warm smile and says, "You have this incredible ability to make people feel comfortable around you." In that moment, it's not just flattery. It's a recognition of a unique quality that sets you apart from the crowd. Unlike generic compliments about your appearance or achievements, these unique compliments reflect a deeper understanding of who you are, a reflection of the things that truly matter. These kinds of compliments are special because they aren't based solely on surface-level observations. They come from a place of attentive observation and emotional connection. He pays attention to the little things, the way you express empathy, your creative passions, or how you effortlessly connect with those around you. His compliments go beyond the obvious, highlighting the subtleties that make you uniquely you. For instance, he might notice how you light up when discussing your favorite hobby or how you can effortlessly put together solutions to complex problems. These aren't the types of things that are often praised or acknowledged, yet he sees them, values them, and offers heartfelt recognition for those traits. His compliments are tailored specifically to the real you, the person who feels, thinks, and navigates through life with a depth that goes far beyond the surface. What makes these compliments even more meaningful is the fact that he takes the time to truly observe and understand you. It's not about recognizing what everyone else sees. It's about noticing the nuances that set you apart, the things that others might overlook in passing conversation or in moments of routine. His compliments, therefore, become windows into his understanding of your inner world, an acknowledgement of your individuality that makes you feel truly seen and valued. Moreover, these unique compliments don't stop at words alone. They are backed by actions. When he compliments your strength, creativity, or compassion, he supports you in those areas, encouraging and lifting you up whenever you express those qualities. It becomes a cyclical experience, a mutual exchange of recognition where his praise inspires you to continue embracing your authentic self, while his actions reinforce the depth of his admiration and respect. Another aspect that makes these compliments special is their authenticity. Unlike fleeting remarks that are intended to flatter, his compliments come from a sincere place of emotional investment. They are not forced or rehearsed. Rather, they flow naturally because he's genuinely appreciative of who you are and what you bring to his life. His attention to detail ensures that each compliment feels personal, as if he's truly tuned into the very essence of your being. These compliments often strike a chord because they touch upon emotional and intellectual aspects of your personality that are not always easily verbalized. He recognizes the qualities that make you unique, those subtle, yet profound traits that reflect your depth, kindness, resilience, and passion. It's in these moments that you realize he's not just seeing the surface. He's connecting with the core of who you are. What makes these compliments unique is their ability to foster emotional intimacy. They create a space where vulnerability can thrive, allowing you to share more openly, knowing that your partner values not only your strengths but also your complexities. Through these personalized expressions of admiration, he builds a relationship that feels safe, nurturing, and supportive, reinforcing the bond that holds you together. Additionally, these compliments serve as a foundation for deeper understanding. As he continues to notice and celebrate your individuality, your connection grows stronger. He becomes more attuned to your needs and desires, supporting you in ways that go beyond words, offering encouragement in moments of doubt and sharing joy in times of triumph. In essence, his unique compliments reflect a love that is rooted in genuine understanding. A love that honors your essence, celebrates your uniqueness, and nurtures the connection between you. Through these heartfelt expressions of admiration, he creates a space where your relationship can flourish, free from the constraints of superficiality and guided by a deep, meaningful appreciation for who you truly are. Number 10. He gets nervous around you. When you're with him, do you notice subtle signs of nervousness? Fidgeting with his hands, awkwardly shifting his weight, or stumbling over his words as he tries to express what he truly feels? These behaviors, although often subtle, reveal a deeper truth. He cares deeply. More than just a surface-level concern, his nervousness is a reflection of how much he values your opinion, how much he cherishes the moments he spends with you, and how deeply he wants to make a positive impression. It's natural to think that confidence would shield someone from such emotional vulnerability, but love has a way of breaking down those walls. Even the most self-assured individuals can experience moments of insecurity when faced with the possibility of not being understood, of not being enough for the person they hold dear. His nervousness isn't a flaw. It's a testament to the weight of his emotions and the profound connection he feels towards you. Think about it. When someone's heart is invested in another, their focus shifts from the external world to the internal experience of connection. And with this heightened sensitivity comes the inevitable fluttering of nerves. It's as if his brain and body are in overdrive, striving to maintain the perfect balance between appearing composed and allowing his genuine feelings to shine through. In those moments when he struggles to find the right words or seems hesitant in his movements, his vulnerability creates a beautiful, intimate contrast to the typical facade of confidence. It's a raw, honest display of how much he values what you think, how you feel, and the possibility of getting things just right. He doesn't want to come off as careless or indifferent because, in his eyes, you deserve more than just a fleeting, surface-level interaction. You deserve thoughtfulness, authenticity, and his best self. Moreover, his nervousness doesn't mean he doubts his worth or doesn't believe in the connection you share. Rather, it signals that he recognizes the significance of the bond between you and wants to nurture it with care. Love, after all, isn't about perfection. It's about showing up with an open heart and a willingness to grow alongside one another, even if that means embracing vulnerability along the way. For some, the discomfort of nervousness might be viewed as a weakness. Yet, for those who truly understand its roots, it's a profound display of emotional courage. His nervousness is his heart's way of laying itself bare, of saying, "I'm here, fully invested, and willing to take the risk of exposing my true feelings." It's in those small, seemingly awkward moments that his humanity is revealed, allowing for a deeper sense of trust and emotional intimacy to flourish. Think about the subtle gestures he makes in those moments. His eyes widen slightly as he tries to find the right words, his palms may become slightly clammy as he seeks reassurance, or his smile might waver just a bit as he works through the complexities of his emotions. These seemingly insignificant signs may seem like quirks, but they're far from trivial. They're windows into his soul, showing how much you matter to him. What's fascinating about nervousness in love is that it doesn't stem from a lack of confidence or self-assurance. It stems from care. When someone cares deeply, they become hyper-aware of the possibility of missteps, of not meeting expectations, or of hurting the person they cherish. Their nerves are not a reflection of insecurity, but rather a testament to how much they value the relationship and want it to be everything they believe it can be. Furthermore, nervousness often leads to overthinking, another trait that many of us are familiar with when we care deeply for someone. He may replay conversations, analyze moments, and ponder every interaction with an obsessive attention to detail because he wants to ensure that each interaction is meaningful, heartfelt, and genuine. This thoughtfulness is what makes his nervous energy endearing rather than burdensome. It's his way of ensuring that you feel understood, appreciated, and valued. Love isn't always smooth and graceful, and his nervousness is a reflection of that raw, messy journey. It's the human side of being in a relationship, where emotions can be overwhelming, and the fear of rejection or miscommunication feels real. Yet, in those moments of awkwardness, fidgeting, or shy smiles, he offers you the most honest version of himself, the person who is genuinely invested, who cares deeply, and who is willing to take the leap into the unknown. Ultimately, His nervousness creates an opportunity for deeper connection. It opens the door to vulnerability, allowing both of you to understand each other more profoundly. By embracing his nervousness, you create a safe space where he feels comfortable expressing his true self. A space where emotional honesty and trust can thrive, deepening the bond you share. Number 11. He celebrates your wins. When you achieve something significant, whether it's acing an exam, landing a big project, or even making a small personal milestone, his excitement mirrors yours. It's not just a polite acknowledgement of your success. It's a heartfelt celebration that seems to fill the entire room with positivity. His joy is genuine, radiating from a place of deep admiration and a desire to see you not only succeed but truly thrive. There's something uniquely powerful about having someone who truly shares in your victories, no matter how small they may seem. While some may offer a passing comment or cursory congratulations, he dives into the moment with you, savoring each accomplishment as if it were his own. His joy isn't forced or superficial. It's woven into his very being, a reflection of how much he values your happiness and the person you are becoming through your accomplishments. Imagine the feeling of sharing your latest success with him, beaming with pride as you recount the journey and the obstacles you overcame. His eyes light up, his smile grows wider, and his words are laced with genuine excitement. It's as if he can't contain his happiness for you, as if every milestone you hit adds another layer of appreciation to the bond you share. What makes his celebration so impactful is its authenticity. Unlike superficial cheerleading, his joy is a deeply emotional response. He understands the hard work, the determination, and the personal growth that accompanies each achievement. He recognizes the effort you've poured into your goals and, in turn, amplifies the joy of your success through his unwavering support and enthusiasm. When he celebrates your wins, he doesn't simply stand on the sidelines cheering. He jumps into the journey with you. He remembers the late nights spent studying, the moments of self-doubt you navigated, and the sheer willpower you exhibited to reach your goals. His empathy and emotional investment create a rich, immersive experience where both of you feel connected in the success, and where every accomplishment becomes a shared victory. Additionally, his celebration of your wins creates a space for vulnerability and trust. You know that when you succeed, he's not just happy for the end result, but for the person you're becoming along the way. He celebrates not just the surface accomplishments, but the growth, the resilience, and the inner strength you've nurtured through the process. His joy becomes a mirror of your self-worth, a reflection of how much he appreciates and honors the unique qualities that make you who you are. In the moments where you might feel uncertain about your achievements, his support reminds you of your value. His words of encouragement, his thoughtful gestures, and his unwavering belief in your abilities work together to lift you higher, helping you to embrace your accomplishments with confidence. His excitement becomes a wellspring of motivation, pushing you to strive for even greater heights while knowing that you have a partner who celebrates every step along the way. Furthermore, his celebration of your wins serves as a testament to his unwavering commitment to your shared journey. It's not just about momentary joy. It's about building a foundation where every success, no matter how big or small, is met with the same level of enthusiasm and support. His celebration becomes a continuous thread in the tapestry of your relationship, strengthening your connection with each milestone you reach together. Even in moments of personal setbacks, his ability to celebrate your wins remains unwavering. His support is not conditional. It thrives in both triumph and adversity. When you stumble, he picks you up with equal enthusiasm, reminding you that success is part of a journey, and every effort counts toward personal growth. His ability to celebrate your wins, even when things don't go as planned, is a testament to his ability to see the bigger picture. The evolution of your journey, the determination you display, and the resilience you embody. Ultimately, his celebration of your wins creates a symphony of love and encouragement. It's a beautiful reminder that your accomplishments are deeply intertwined with the bond you share. A reflection of a connection rooted in support, understanding, and mutual growth. Through his joyful celebration, you're not just winning alone. You're growing together, thriving together, and building a future that celebrates each milestone as a shared, profound achievement. Number 12. Your happiness is his priority. When someone truly loves you, their happiness becomes intricately tied to your own. They go out of their way to ensure that your smile is a permanent fixture, not just because it feels good to see you happy, but because your joy is essential to their well-being. Whether it's remembering your favorite coffee order or organizing a surprise just to brighten your day, every action they take stems from a genuine desire to see you happy, even at their own expense. What makes this type of selflessness so powerful is the depth of emotional connection it reveals. Love, in its purest form, is not selfish. It's not about taking, but giving. Creating a space where both individuals thrive emotionally. When he prioritizes your happiness, he's not just offering momentary gestures. He's dedicating his time, effort, and thoughtfulness to understanding what brings you joy and ensuring that those moments are not only frequent but significant. Imagine waking up to a sweet message or finding a thoughtful surprise waiting for you, just because he remembered something you mentioned months ago during a casual conversation. These small yet meaningful acts showcase how deeply attuned he is to your needs and desires. It's a reminder that he sees you, not just in fleeting moments, but in the everyday intricacies of your life. His actions aren't driven by obligation or social norms. They're rooted in a profound understanding of who you are and what truly makes you feel loved. This dedication goes beyond surface-level gestures and touches on the very essence of emotional intimacy. By choosing to make your happiness his priority, he is essentially saying, "Your well-being is just as important as my own," which is the cornerstone of a loving and healthy relationship. Love often manifests through selfless acts, and his willingness to put your happiness above his own showcases his deep commitment. It's easy for someone to say they care, but actions speak louder than words. His dedication to ensuring your joy isn't something he does for recognition or praise. It's a reflection of his character, his values, and his profound connection to you. There's an incredible vulnerability in prioritizing someone else's happiness. It requires stepping outside of one's comfort zone, navigating emotions that may sometimes feel overwhelming, and being willing to embrace uncertainty for the sake of the person you love. His willingness to go this far is a testament to the strength of his emotions and the trust he has built with you. Moreover, this selflessness creates a feedback loop of positivity, where your own actions to nurture his happiness are inspired by his unwavering support. When you witness how deeply he values your happiness, it motivates you to do the same for him, fostering a balance that elevates both individuals emotionally. In times of difficulty, his prioritization of your happiness becomes even more evident. Whether it's during moments of stress, sadness, or even personal hardship, his ability to put aside his own burdens to ensure that you feel supported is a powerful display of love. It's in these moments that love transforms into something even more profound. An unbreakable bond formed through empathy, understanding, and unwavering dedication to one another's well-being. Ultimately, his commitment to your happiness transcends the ordinary and elevates your relationship to a level of depth that few experience. It's a testament to a love that is selfless, intentional, and profoundly connected. A love that thrives on understanding, growth, and the unwavering belief that happiness is something to be cultivated together. Through every act, every thoughtful gesture, and every shared moment, his priority remains clear. Seeing you happy is the highest form of love he can offer. If you enjoyed this heartfelt exploration of love and prioritizing happiness, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below with your thoughts or experiences. We'd love to hear from you.